Want to know what Uranus and Taurus means for your zodiac sign? Well, it's not just about shaking up money, which is the Taurus value, but it's about bringing transmissions from the universe into your body and into the earth. This is a 9-year transit, which started on May 13th, 2024 in the true sidereal sky. Real sky, real time. And over this beautiful cycle, Uranus is going to be rewiring our human energy systems and the Earth's electromagnetic grid. If you've been feeling the electricity, feeling restless, feeling like you're downloading things that you just can't explain, in this video, I will explain how you can use that in your own life and how you can stay grounded during this upgrade. Hello, my beautiful magical friend. I'm Beth Hansen and I am a true sidereal astrologer. I recently came into true sidereal astrology and that's when the download started happening for me. Yes, Uranus was already in Taurus for me when this happened. So get ready and buckle up because this Earth is on a true sidereal journey and we're on this spaceship together. And here is where we're gonna boldly go, where no mystic has gone before. The first thing is how Uranus acts as a transmitter, a higher vibration of Mercury, and transmits the signals to the Earth. And then I'll touch on the Uranus solar cycles and why they matter for your energy body. Next, we're gonna look at the magical way you can ground these transmissions. And this is a time of history because this only happens every 84 years, and there's some significant points because this is the Uranus return for the United States. So we're going to be looking at the cycles and what has happened in the past. This is the key for understanding what it means for the entire collective. And finally, I will break down what Uranus and Taurus means for your true sidereal sign. We're going to be looking at rising and moon signs. So all 13 of them, all 5 elements, because we break things down by elements here to stay grounded in the earth. But before we dive deep, I have a couple of resources for you. First is my True Sidereal Starter Guide. You can click on the link below and download that, and that will give you some insight for the cycles and when they occur. And also a little bit of info about that 13th sign, Ophiuchus. Once you've done that, if you don't already have your True Sidereal chart handy, I've got a free chart calculator right on my website, courtesy of Mastering the Zodiac, who is doing so much to build this community. So click on that link as well and get your free chart. Okay, now that you're fully equipped, we're going to dive in. Let's start with the role of Uranus, which has been since ancient times known as the Great Awakener. In current times, because we understand more about the flow of energy and technology and are harnessing it, we can see it as an antenna receiving the transmissions from the universe and delivering them to us here on Earth. And the transmissions it's receiving right now, well, they're coming from the stars of Taurus, which is directly connected with Mother Earth because it is an Earth sign. And as it pulls that energy through, the Earth is there ready, waiting, and receiving those transmissions to upgrade her electromagnetic grid. And we need to be able to do the same for our own electromagnetic grid, which starts in the heart. Yes, that's right. We have our own individual grid, and it is powered by the pumping of your heart. And that's why during these Uranus transits, people start feeling that buzzing, that electricity. Their minds just start picking up on things they never would have before, and download after download starts happening. If you've been experiencing this, let me know in the comments. Say, yeah, I'm downloading, because we need to know how you're connecting with Uranus right now before we even dive deeper. That way you can layer upon that and build a better connection with this powerful outer planet that is only visible by a telescope. So it is one of the 3 invisible bodies that we now know are part of the collective unconscious vibration and our transpersonal experience. Because it is in Taurus, that means these transmissions are not just coming in and grounding, they're shaking things up. They're changing what's happening on a physical level because vibrations work that way, and physics has told us that, and this is all being shown out. Mystics are being recognized as the truth tellers when it comes to quantum physics. Mystics have known what's been going on all along. And here's where it gets interesting. These downloads aren't random. They are timed with the solar cycle because that solar cycle is also connecting with Uranus and amplifying that to the Earth when they are conjunct. And when it's on the other side, it's building a tension between the sun, your soul energy, and Uranus. So twice a year are 2 very big events that happen every single year. Uranus is connecting with the sun, your soul. And then at the quarter times, and you can follow along by just using my free chart calculator and seeing where the sun is and where Uranus is right now. Is it at a 90-degree angle? Well, then that means it's in the quarter. Is it at a 180-degree angle? Well, that means it's in opposition, or is it right on top of Uranus when you're talking right now? Is it in Taurus, which means that it would be May or June? And yes, that's what I said, May or June for Taurus. Anywho, this is an amazing cycle, and I don't have time to go through it here because that's a whole nother story. And frankly, Dr. Dani, the physician astrologer, who has been one of my guiding lights since I started this journey, did an entire video on these cycles. And Dr. Dani explains this beautifully. And she says Uranus is directly tied to the solar cycles. Every 11 years, Uranus and the sun exchange information in the way of solar flares, geomagnetic storms, and spikes in consciousness on Earth. This is the universe updating humanity's operating system. And I'll drop a link to Dr. Dani's video in the description below so you can dive deeper into her very powerful teaching. So when we feel this energy and it's just causing our metaphysical hairs to stand on end like we were hanging onto a lightning ball, just know this is not chaos for chaos's sake. This is a reprogramming. And because it's in Taurus, we are grounding it and realigning ourselves in our physical bodies with it. And because this is a cycle, that means this is a scheduled upgrade. But how do we actually work with these cycles instead of being electrified like a lightning strike and fried by them? Well, that is where the moon comes in. So here is the goddess-loving witchy truth. These lunar cycles give you the opportunity to integrate this energy into your life, into your intuition, your psychic abilities, because those are being upgraded as well. And this is a powerful time for witches, wizards, druids, heathens, pagans, priestesses, and priests, and magical people of all kind, because magic is just another word for energy. It is the Western term for chi, prana, and all those other terms that people have for the force, what have you. Those are all different terms for the same thing, and that's what we're talking about today. So every new moon is your reset button, and you get the opportunity to start fresh by setting intentions to align with what you're truly feeling, because your moon is how you feel. And remember, your electromagnetic frequency is in your heart, and that's why I wear this over my heart. Every full moon is your release valve, where you can take that energy energy and you can put it out into the universe and let other people pull it down for their next transmission, because we're all in this together. This is your opportunity to clear out that old wiring, the old pattern, so new systems and patterns can take hold. And every Moon-Uranus conjunction, which happens every single month, so remember the moon, this is monthly, every Moon-Uranus conjunction is your opportunity to receive it as a magical tutorial from Uranus himself, whether it is over Uranus in Taurus or Uranus in your chart. Those are two places to look, and you will discover the ebb and flow of your energy body as it relates to these transmissions. This is a key thing for you, and that's why I'm spending so much time on this. But let's make this practical for you. And the best way you can do this is to have some sort of journal or book of shadows, or take notes on a computer, whatever it is you can do, or voice notes are really awesome too, because they're very in the moment. I do that a lot for writing my scripts because I'm receiving those downloads. That way you will discover your insights, and you're also going to want to note what season is it for you, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, and what is the phase of the moon as this is going on. On the new moon, light a candle and write down one thing that you want to bring into being. What do you want to shift? Or are you ready to receive one of those great innovation transmissions? This is the perfect time for divination or doing some deep meditation and connecting with your spirit guides. And because Uranus is all about the new and unexpected, if you've got a new deck or a new tool, like a new pendulum that you haven't barely touched, this is the time to experiment with those. And you will get new insights that you weren't looking for before. I know I'm going to try it out. I've got a few decks that I haven't even opened yet on the shelf. But the same goes with any tool, any way you like to connect. And the cosmos will lend you bonus points if you align this with your moon sign and the element it's in. On the full moon, this is where you can cast your circle and raise a cone of energy and send it out to the universe with the intention of it being a blessing, all while releasing and allowing that energy to flow through you and clear out those energy pipes. If you're not as witchy as me, and I know some of you are not, you can also do this by writing it on a piece of paper and burying it in the ground, burning it if you're more of a fire person, or releasing it into water in a stream, river, or lake. Just a tiny little thing. We don't want to litter. We don't want to pollute the earth in any way, shape, or form with this. We just want to connect with the energies that we're aligned to and how we want to release this energy. Go ahead and align it with whatever element you feel like needs the most attention and the most release. Just because it's not your moon element or your sun element or your rising sign element, you can do whatever you need to do to keep that energy conduit clean and clear, and it doesn't have to happen in all one night. As the moon wanes, you'll be releasing things into the Mother Earth and grounding them in a beautiful way, leaving yourself clean and ready for that new moon transmission. By starting to do this as a monthly, weekly, daily practice, whatever works for you, you're learning to sync your energy body with Uranus's transmissions while being grounded in your body. And your psychic abilities, they will get supercharged, but at a steady pace which honors Taurus and Mother Earth. Comment below if you're planning on making a full moon, new moon, or a Uranus moon transit part of your monthly practice. Just say new moon, transit, or full moon, because I really want to know, how are you connecting with this energy? How is it hitting you? And if you're curious about how Uranus is working with your chart, well, how are the signs? So grab my free guide, Unlock the New Zodiac, and that'll walk you through the cycles for all 13 signs and give you a little keyword that you can hang on to as your how when you do these rituals. Link is below. And speaking of collective upgrades, did you know that the United States as a country is about to experience its Uranus return? You betcha, it's happening. So buckle up, Buttercup, because this is gonna reveal some really interesting things that you're gonna say, oh yeah, I see how that's aligned with the stars. Just like human beings, countries have birth charts. Uranus is going to return to the U.S.'s natal position in 2027 and 2028. But we're already feeling it because it's in the sign and transmitting that energy. So what does this mean for us? Collect disruptions to systems of money, land, values, food supply, you name it, it's disrupted. It's like an energy shock has gone through and blown some things apart. Does this sound familiar to you? It does to me, because we're already in this cycle. And I did a little research and confirmed exactly when in the past in Stellarium astronomy software, when exactly Uranus was transiting through Taurus during these major historical events. And there's 3 of them, and yes, they're big ones. The first, of course, was the Revolutionary War, which got started on April 19th of 1775. So April 19th, 1775 to October 19th, 1781, we were at war. That date was the Battle of Yorktown, in which we had our decisive victory, and Uranus transited out of Taurus in May of 1781. So this was just a few months after Uranus transited out of Taurus and into Gemini. Officially, the war didn't end until King George signed the treaty in 1783. But that is why this is such a big deal for the U.S. This is how it began, literally, with this revolutionary war based on new ideas, new concepts, and this new system of government was put into place. The second time this happened was during the U.S. Civil War. Yeah, the Civil War. Again, disrupting systems and always looking for a better way of doing things. It's like Uranus said, hey, slavery, that's not going to cut it anymore. You can't treat your fellow humans like that. And the dates for these were April 12th, 1861 to April 9th, 1865 were the dates of the Civil War. And finally, the third one, you notice this every century, every 84 years, there's this period of several years where things are being torn up and taken down. Well, World War II, that's what. Again, starting in April. I don't know why wars just start in April. Could it have something to do with Aries? So this one started on April 8th, 1941 and went through until September 2nd, 1945. So I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. I am letting you know what's happening. So let's make this a war of words and ideas and take action in a peaceful way and not actually get into a physical war. Pretty difficult when people are angry at each other. There's a big division and we need to reunite. But here's the empowering part. Uranus doesn't do this just for fun. He is clearing away what is no longer useful for humanity. Remember, this is coming from the collective unconscious, delivering these things whether we know it or not. Our systems are being upgraded, and if you become a participant in this, you're going to become a leader. You're going to become that person that vibrates at a higher frequency, and everyone you talk to and everything you touch is getting more in aligned with what Uranus is trying to do for us here. So it clears away whatever is unjust, whatever is stagnated, and brings in something revolutionary. It doesn't have to be an actual revolution, but like I said, a revolution of ideas. And that suits Uranus just fine. And we've got the internet. So our war is being fought on the internet right now. So we're going from the outdated to the new and breakthrough ideas, getting rid of what is absolutely unjust and untrue and unworthy of our highest self. So how does this trickle down into your sign? Let's go there next. And you're going to want to tap into your energy of your elements for your signs, for your moon sign and for your rising sign, or any other planet that you feel like is the strongest influence in your life. What sign is it in? Because that's always the how. But in particular, the moon sign is how you are integrating, and the rising sign is how you are expressing and where it fits into your life path blueprint, because your ascendant sign is what you signed on the dotted line to learn to become in this lifetime. Now, I've talked before about the tree of life and how K2 are your gifts and your karma, and the north node is where you're headed, but it's more the skills and the gifts that you're learning in this lifetime that you are applying to this rising sign. And this rising sign is the pattern of becoming for you. Fire signs, think about innovation in areas of property, money, and your resource as a courageous person. What's being upgraded for you? How are you integrating it? How does it match up with your rising sign? For Leo, creative sovereignty is where it's at, and it brings those upgrades in for you. You're getting this beautiful, like, electromagnetic crown on your head, amplifying your charisma, amplifying your presence in the world, and deepening your connection to what you truly value and what you truly want to be sovereign over. Now, Sagittarius, you are given the opportunity to download new philosophies and journey on new paths, both physically and metaphorically. You might be getting a new degree. You might be learning a new language, vacationing, or moving into a different place, a different culture. This is a fantastic and adventurous time for Sagittarius. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're getting a full identity rewire. So it is time to reinvent whatever it is you're tapping into, whether it is your intuition and your emotional body or something more physical, and really taking a look at that rising sign. It's like, okay, what aspects of the rising sign have I not embraced? What scares me the most? And how do I get there? Well, look at your north node. Your north node will tell you, in particular, that is going to give you access to that through the house your north node is in. Virgo, you're encountering new ways of healing for yourself and others. This is an amazing, amazing time, especially if you're getting into what's known as energy. Even herbalism. This is a great time for you to get into herbalism, because you're going to learn so fast and learn how to work with nature's gifts because of Taurus. And the other thing that Virgos have going for them is discovering their true path and the nature of how they can be of service to the ones they love, and having a practical gift to share with their loved ones. And for our third earth sign, Capricorn, you're rewiring, and it's all about structures. So this is very physical for you. Physical structures are being done. Are you building a house? Because that could be what's happening here. Or it could be you're rebuilding a career from the ground up. Whatever it is, there's something new and innovative even for you, Capricorn, who likes to keep things very practical. Go ahead and lean into that Uranus, because Uranus has got the best interest for you in this endeavor. And don't be afraid to go big. All right, air signs, you're up now. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and you guys are part of the transmission. You are on different levels and different wavelengths, but think of it as you're part of the chorus and you're singing in harmony natively. And it's a beautiful thing. Gemini, your ideas right now are so powerful. And your ability to communicate those ideas are what's going to bring in greater gifts and greater fortune to you. Libra, your relationships are going to be shifting into a higher alignment. So be ready to harmonize with this vibration and help your partner and friends and whoever is near you to stay in harmony and realize, you don't have to tell them all about the astrology if they're not into it. But if you can, you can bring them along for the ride. And a great way to do that is to send them a link to my channel here. And Aquarius, you are so supercharged with this because it is the modern ruling planet of your sign is Uranus. So this is collective breakthroughs. This is innovation that you are going to be spearheading, and those transmissions are going to come in loud, clear, and have big impact for you and your family and your community. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, this is your time to do some ancestral healing and redefine what is security for you. Because when you feel secure, then you have more access to what the universe has to offer. And Scorpio, you're receiving the true transmission on deep and possibly occult levels. This is your time to dive into those things, and it will transform how you use your resources here on Mother Earth. And Pisces, that spiritual transmission, that spiritual growth that's happening for you, that becomes a flow of abundance for you. You can be open and willing and be able to share things with others, but also be rewarded and accept that. Accept it. Think of it as your spiritual service that you're offering, whether it be art, music, psychic abilities, whatever it is you're offering, whatever leadership, whatever your gift is. Think of that as the plug that connects to your earthly outlet and makes things happen in the real world and lights up your resources. And for spirit, ether, however you want to define that, we have Ophiuchus, of course, the serpent bearer. And what's he doing? He is doing alchemy with fire and shadow, helping the collective through this journey, healing those who are in crisis and holding space for those who are ready for this collective awakening. And big tip for all the signs, all of them, for everyone, is find which house Taurus is in your chart or houses, because this is the place in your life that Taurus and Uranus are upgrading for you. Let me know in the comments how all this information is landing for you and what you're experiencing with Uranus and Taurus. Go ahead and share your moon or rising sign. I will be stepping in and saying hello to community, chatting with you in the comments. So let's get this party started. And don't forget to download my free True Sidereal Starter Guide, Unlock the New Zodiac, because that will give you the insight on how to track this type of energy in your chart and through the cycles of the year. It's all about aligning with the real sky. And that is how you can let the stars be your guides. So here's the truth. Uranus in Taurus will be transiting from 2024 to 2033. This is a once-in-a-lifetime upgrade. Yes, it's shaking things up in the real world on the ground, but it's not here to break you. It's here to awaken you, reconnect you with your divine essence, and empower you to help others do the same, all while rewiring your physical energy body and connecting you on a more profound level to Mother Earth's own energy grid. So if you stop resisting the energy and open yourself and expand your bandwidth to receive, you're going to find greater freedom, greater abundance, and greater spiritual alignment waiting for you on the other side. Uranus is handing you a universal path to the lightning ride, all while deepening your connection with Mother Earth. And now that you know what Uranus and Taurus means for your zodiac sign, I bet you're wondering, what does Saturn in Pisces mean for my zodiac sign? Well, if you want to find out, click on this video here, because when you combine this Uranus energy with what Saturn in Pisces has to offer you, it's way more powerful.